every time I hear about it, I just think they coming. And then now I feel like they not. I keep on getting mad about that. And I feel like they're not even coming. And now we over there setting up on what it.
Oh.
No, we're coming to the cookout.
Why you say that?
Because they probably got work.
Nah, man, don't think like that, man. Look, Thursday, scripture breakdown. John Muhammad coming down here. He gonna be at the school teaching from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Then after that, it's game night. Everybody gonna be at the school playing all kind of different games, Uno, PlayStation, Street Fighter, all that, right? Brothers gonna step out after that, but then Friday, we're gonna be feeding people from 10 to 2. We're gonna feed our people at J.C. Napier in university. So we're gonna do a food and clothing drive. After that, family day. On top of during family day, also we're gonna have a sisters tea party.
What?
So everybody's coming to that. And at the family day, it's gonna be bowling, movies. It's gonna be a restaurant in there, arcade, and that's just the start. Saturday is the cookout, the blackout cookout. It's at 1 o'clock to 6. Everybody coming down here.
Well, sir, I'm very happy now.
You good?
I'm very happy now.
That's what's up, man. Let's go help our brothers, all right?
All right, come on.
All right, my man.
Take a ride in the spaceship. Watch me slide in the glide. There's a ride on the spaceship.
Salam, Israel. This is the ISUPK started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hanna. The ISUPK is not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite groups or religious organizations. The ISUPK has been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans their true history according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The ISUPK is not affiliated. Let me say that again. It's not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite groups. So don't get us misconstrued with anybody you see wearing a shower curtain or you know what I'm saying, or a bathrobe, trying to play it off as a garment. You know what I'm saying? We teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans how to understand the Bible. You know what I'm saying? How to wash all the filth that the world has put in their minds. You know what I'm saying? All these philosophies and just lies. You know what I'm saying? They put lies on the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church, they destroy. Come. Do I change the layout? So lucky about that. You know what I'm saying? Not a computer tech, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to I'm figuring it out. But what was I at? You know what I'm saying? You gotta clear all your rebuild yourself. You know what I'm saying? And one part of rebuilding yourself is living by the truth. You know what I'm saying? And the truth of the matter is that the lost 12 tribes of Israel is Blacks, Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans in this country right now. You know what I'm saying? That's the bulk of us. You know what I'm saying? Of course, like the scripture said, we'll be scattered across the four corners of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Well, what the ISUBK does here is pinpoint on our brothers here. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to tap back into this book. It's called The Roman Empire, the Empire of the Edomites. The Empire of the Edomites. So I'm going to get more into it instead of being long winded, you know what I'm saying, freestyling, you know what I'm saying. But we left off in page 4. But first off, we're going to get Ezekiel 35:2. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. And that's pretty much what we do in the school. We're facing against Mount Seir. You know what I'm saying? Who's the inhabitants of Mount Seir? The inhabitants of Mount Seir is Esau. You know what I'm saying? Edom, which is on the, we want to say the southern border of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Between, what desert is that? Is it the Arabian desert? But I'm not getting out missed track. But go ahead and keep reading. Verse 3. And say unto it, thus saith the Lord God, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. So the Lord is against United States. all these European nations that's casted out throughout the earth. You know what I'm saying? Any nation that follows up under Esau's guidance or protection, because that's one thing that Esau's known for. He's known by the sword. So the United States has one of the mightiest militaries on the face of the earth. So they claim. They pump faking like they do. You know what I'm saying? But Iran's been showing some things, been outsmarting the United States. And that's all because of the Lord. Keep reading. And I will stretch out my hand against thee. Read it again. And I will stretch out my hand against thee. Go ahead. And I will make thee most desolate. And the Most High is going to make, you know what I'm saying, Esau most desolate. The French, the Germans, the so-called small hats, Israelis, the Russians. And who's in bed with the Russians right now? Think globally. What's going on in the news? BRICS, the currency that's backed by gold. So you got everybody who's in BRICS: Russia, China, Iran, I think Venezuela's joining BRICS. Lord allowed them to turn their ways and not join with these heathens. Well, they'll be destroyed. Read it again. And I will make thee most desolate. Go ahead. Verse 4. I will lay thy cities waste. What did they do to our cities? So it's only justice. We serve a just God, right? Read it again. Verse 4. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Just like how he did Egypt. Because the Lord had to prove his power, his might to the children of Israel. He used Moses for that. Now he's going to draw them into the valley of Jehoshaphat and plead for his people. He ain't going to go out there and, oh, please, Can you just be fair? Can you just let them be? Just let them be. Oh yeah, you got to give your power to them. Also, you think they're gonna go for that? It's gonna be a terrible day of the Lord. Horrific. And if our people are joined with these other people, you think he's gonna spare? You think he's gonna wait? Hey, man, move out the way. Don't you know that the people that was in Egypt when the Passover came, the brothers and sisters that didn't put the blood over their door, what do you think happened to their household? The firstborn. That's why we had Salakia had to put the blood over the doorposts, so the death angel would know. Keep reading.
Verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
No, he loved.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
No, we can hold hands and just skip down the road.
Perpetual hatred.
No, but you know what I'm saying? He was invited to the barbecue. He know how to do all the line dances. All the line dances. Read it again.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Because they've had a perpetual hatred. That's all you see from Esau, our so-called oppressor. No, not so-called, our oppressor. So-called white men, women, and children. Keep reading.
And hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
And they shed the blood of the children of Israel. How do they shed the blood of children of Israel? Name a sophisticated one. Planned Parenthood. Hey, get that boy. Slacky, give the young man a hand. Planned Parenthood is a very sophisticated way that they shed the blood of the children of Israel. They put it in our minds for our sisters to be independent. Could you, Slacky, to be independent? You know what I'm saying? That if you have this child, you won't have a good career. You know what I'm saying? That you don't need no man, but you need a man for Rod. You need a man for his wealth. These are the devices that they put in the world for us to fall, to destroy the household. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans kill or unalive 500,000 babies a year. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is self-genocide. Then on the other hand, you got the police killing us in the streets. Then you still got Ku Klux Klan members, well, as the police. What about that brother that got found hanging in DC? Read it again. They got what? Because 5?
Verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Keep reading.
By the force of the sword.
By the force of the sword.
The time, the calamity.
And in the time where we are already down. They keep driving our heads into the dirt, putting their knees on our necks, taking the life out of us with their swords, their armies. You know what I'm saying? The police force is nothing but an army now. They done militarized the police. And you give a bunch of heathens that's trigger happy, some guns and free reign to go kill black people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, what do you think they are going to do? They're going to exercise their right. They're going to exercise their right. They're going to scratch that itch. Hold on. Was that it? Go ahead and read 6, and we'll get back into this book. Hey, come on. I mean, she like it. Come.
In the time that their iniquity had an end. Verse
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, because our iniquity had an end. You know what I'm saying? The judgment that the Lord put upon us was already clear. Then what did they do? They had to go the extra mile. They had to show they remembered, even if they don't remember, their spirit there is spiritual. The hatred from Jacob and Esau when he vowed to kill Jacob after Isaac passed. That's what we see out here every day. That's why we get the worst foods. I don't see no Whole Foods in the hood. And come to find out, that's a hoax too. That's a hoax too. I don't see no Sprouts out here. You see a Sprouts out here in Bordeaux and in North Nashville? You see one out south? I don't see one in Edge Hill. James Casey. There ain't no health stores out here. They don't care about your health. But you know what we see? A liquor store everywhere. Tobacco stores everywhere. In the hoods. Impoverished neighborhoods where our people are at. You see vape shops all over the place. And vapes has been proven to cause what was that? Popcorn lung. They're starting to put fentanyl inside the vapes. They got kids eating gummies, ODing on gummies. I seen a video where a child was froze. He was froze, couldn't talk for hours because a kid brought some gummies to school, and I don't know if he dared him to eat it or he gave it to him and he ate like eight gummies. This is the wickedness that has to be destroyed across the planet. Because our kids are not safe. Our women are not safe. Our men are not safe without the Lord. You're a sheep waiting to get slaughtered. It's just a matter of time. When I was in the world, I lived like that. Hey, today might be the day. I'm wilding out. I ain't going down quiet. You're going to remember me. You're going to remember. But that was on the left hand. But now you're going to remember me because I'm on the right hand side of God. I understand the whole duty of man. I understand it now. We got work to do. Go ahead. I said I wasn't going to get long. Hey, God. Nice. Go. Hey, good night. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I prepare thee unto blood.
You do what?
Prepare thee unto blood.
I thought God was all love.
Prepare thee unto blood.
I thought my God's a peaceful God.
Prepare thee unto blood.
Whoa, if your God is of peace, then whose God is your God? It surely ain't. It surely ain't the God of the Bible. It can't be the God of the Bible because he prepared. Good night. Keep reading.
And blood shall pursue thee.
Hold on. Shall pursue thee. Sit. Yeah.
Sith, thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
All right, Salaki, I got one more. Go to Isaiah 14:21. Isaiah 14:21. Since we talking about preparing, this is a precept. This is a precept to this that verse right there. So pair them together. 14:21.
This is Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21. All Akim and Aquatim have.
Aquathin. Aquathin.
Verse 21. Prepare slaughter
No.
for his children.
Prepare slaughter. You know what I'm saying? Prepare slaughter. He didn't say prepare a feast. He didn't say prepare a hike in the woods. Well, it might be a hike in the woods. You know what I'm saying? Read it. Yeah, read it from the top.
Verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
For the what?
The iniquity.
What's iniquity? Nope. You're in the right, but stay in the book. Iniquity. Would you look it up or no. That's not really what I'm looking for. Well, let's look it up on phones first. Let's look it up and get the Webster's dictionary. Right. That's what I'm looking for. Sin for the crimes. You get it? You know what I'm saying? Read it from the top.
Verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
For his what? For his children. You remember? You hear? Well, I ain't have slaves. My people was poor. We couldn't afford it. Everybody didn't have slaves. Then come to find out that the Jewish man was with small hats. They're the ones who was the plantation. They owned the banks that gave you loans to build ships, insured your ships with the cargo. Then there was the keepers. There's a book I'm gonna get, and I wish I can find it. It's the hold on, hold on. I got to say it. I think I do. It's been cleared out, but it's the history between Jews and Negroes. something like that. I'll find it. Now I'll let y'all know about it just in case you want to purchase it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But it shows all the plantation owners and their nationalities and their names. And there was rabbis that owned these plantations. Whenever they made the police slave catchers, the chiefs of these police places stations were Jewish people. So they would get the regular poor whites to do their dirty work for them. That's how they keep their hands clean. They still do it now. On Sabbath, they got some heathen pushing the button for the elevator, so they don't have to do work. And this is a return. It's over and over. They're keeping the same systems. Same systems. That's how we can tell who Esau is. Look at the evil that he does across the face of the earth. What are he doing to the Palestinians right now? What did he do to the so-called with the Falasha Jews of you know what I'm saying? What it kicked them all out. They made them walk across that desert back into what was it? No, not Somalia, but Ethiopia. It's right outside of Ethiopia. Made them take all their animals. It was like a pilgrimage. Kicked them out or face death. Oregon Trail, like the Trail of Tears, like the Trail of Tears. Is that all on that? Fine.
That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
And they shouldn't have faced the world with cities. We failed. That's how they got their power. They seized their opportune moment. And they had to keep a foot on our necks. That's why they killed all our leaders, so-called leaders. Anybody with prominence, anybody with a voice, anybody with the gall, the audacity to stand up against white supremacy. They destroyed them. Just like with these purple pigs. White supremacy sent them purple pigs into our organization with the hope to destroy it. But there was one nigga in there that wouldn't quit. Commander Junior Hunt. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Because none of this would be here if he laid his sword down. None of this. We nationwide, we worldwide. And we don't need no stinking Hamites to do it. That kill our systems. And when you watch this video, yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Yeah, they spies, workers with witchcraft. They be taking notes. But anyway, is that it? All right. So now we're getting back into the Roman Empire. I said I wasn't gonna get long with it, but I did. So argue. All right. So the descendants of Esau, says the Jewish rabbins, the sworn enemy of the descendants of Jacob. This is page 4, first chapter. First chapter. The sworn enemies of the descendants of Jacob, even to the end of the world, were at first a small nation inhabiting Mount Seir, like we read, and in an adjacent country continuous to the land of Canaan. They were easily confined with their own limits so long as the Israelites enjoyed a great and formidable empire in Canaan. So as long as we stayed in power, I'm just recapping this last one. But after the powerful republic of the 12 tribes have been destroyed by the Assyrians and Babylonians, they wonderfully increased in numbers and in strength, extending their dominion in the west, subjugating Italy, founded Rome and the Roman Empire, and at the length entirely overturned the Jewish state. The second temple being destroyed by Titus and Vespasian, and professing the religion of Jesus Christ, or Mashiach Yahushua, which they were the first in all nations to embrace. They hold Jacob in captivity till Messiah ben David shall appear. So I guess those are the words of the rabbi, the rabbinis. What they got little beanies on their head, the small hats. The rabbins further assert that they prophesied that the prophecies of the prophets against Esau, Edom, and the cities of Edom, which we just read, have as yet received but a partial accomplishment, and that they will obtain their fulfillment in the punishment and the destruction of Rome Christians. They designate the eternal city impious Rome. They dominate her empire and the impious kingdom, or kingdom of impiety, and they believe the son of David will not come until the impious kingdom shall have been extended over the whole world, which we see that happening now. It's already happened. You know what I'm saying? Their reach that sits on many waters, that great whore. You know what I'm saying? Such is the tradition of the rabbins, and Papal Rome has done her utmost to suppress it, but without success. The two citations following will be sufficient to our present purpose. In the 4th chapter of Lamentations of Jeremiah, it is written, "He will visit thine iniquities, O daughter of Edom." The elder Buffer's extractions and paraphrase of the passage given by the Targumists, and translate the Chaldees of the original into Latin. By these words, ipso tempore visitapo iniquitatum teum Roman imperium. Am I learning Latin? I'm trying my best. Chaos edificata es in Italia et repleta es turbis hominum exporter porus idum. And he adds, I don't even know what they're saying. Is there a translation of this? Hey, I'm trying. Did you understand anything? No, I don't speak that. I only understand pig Latin. That's it. Right. And he adds, sic it editions due plame venite in posterioribus Roma impia. It makes me want to learn how to read Latin. Et sequentia verba is issa sunt declinande invidia causa relicto spatio ex exigio Q Judea Judea Manu inscribes. I know inscribes mean right. Yeah, that's the only thing I understand. Solent omissa ut factum in explari quod apud me est et a judeo ker impetum imptum. I have referred to a copy of the first edition of the Biblia Hebraica Rabbanicia, printed by Bamberg at Venice in the year of 1517 through 18, and now is the Bordeaux. Now is in the Bordeaux. I can't say that. Bodleian Library at Oxford, and find it that it contains a passage as cited in a translate by Buxtorf. There is therefore every reason to propose that the reading of the first edition of the Bloomberg Bible is the genuine paraphrase of the Targumist, and that the author of the Targumist from which it is extracted was the true Jonathan ben Uzel ben Uzel. Okay. He is said by the Jews to have been a disciple of the famous Hillel and to have flourished about 100 years before the destruction of Jerusalem by the Romans. Valina Talmudica writes, "Who names themselves after the Talmud? That's a zealot for real. He he, he, he did all types of wickedness. Good night." Writes, Scoet Genius Justus Pontificus Maximi Expurgata es res in vulgus es notissima 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 quia vero editionis anteque non expurgate vienete et lubricinensis sunt rarissimes inglata eorum que editionis castrates possident singula que expunt ecta sunt he exponam. We need to translate. Hey, I'm for real. I'll see if Google Translate can figure it out. I'll do that after class. Yeah, I'll do that after class. I didn't know this was Latin class too. Yeah. Yeah. All right. He then goes on to restore the original readings of the various passages of the Talmud, which have been thus mutilated, and amongst them he noticed that the 23rd verse of the 7th chapter of Daniel, where it is said that the four beasts shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. He here introduced the commentary of Rabbi Jacana et Comdet on man. I thought I was over with. I was done with the Latin. Taram Kankul Kabet et Common not. Et comdet omnem taram kabet et commonat earn. Dixit, Dixit, Rabbi Jaconan. Enter, was it? Intelligitor Roma Peccatrix, he adds. Uh, yeah, he added. Whatever you said, he added. All right. So Edamon Expurgata Lot. So you got XXX, which is 30 Roma. Habent per some. And he goes on to say, really? Si votar hic quick come verderent ut elude exemplum Talmudis colis usurper potor potorim. Good night. I'm gonna have to skip all this. Go ahead. And let it translate like that. Yeah, let's go. Let's do that. Yeah, we can read it. Hey, I'm fighting. I'm fighting. Hey, you remember? Um, oh, it got Latin. Oh snap! We in there. It's a lot, yeah. Bear with me. We trying to figure this Latin out. Hold on. It's gonna make me want to learn Latin. Shoot. I need to learn Spanish. What's that? Take a picture. Okay. So we're going from Latin to English. Oh, all right. We in there. All right. Break it in pieces. He here introduced the commentary of Rabbi Jacona, and it shall devour all the earth and shall trample and diminish it. Rabbi Jacona said, this is the Roman Empire, which is called the sinful Roma, he says. Hey man, hey, we in there. All right. This means Roma, the sinner. He adds, eton. I went back to eton epergata lac Roma. So that's what it says. This means Roma, the sinner. All right. Habit per sam. He goes to say on to say, if the vowels, yeah, better. If the vowels is switched up again. Okay. All right. Go back into it. If you vote here that this example, hold on. Go right to that. He keeps on jumping back and forth. Let's see. Yeah, vote. It said vote and vota is the same. The vota. So like it, bear with me. Let's see. Supposed to say if the vows were valid, that I could have that example of the Talmud, of which the following was narrated by Micah in volume was at 14, the Memoirs Britannica, the Apostles and the Evangelists and the Talmud. Talmudim, of which the following narrative in Micah 14 memorandum Britannica. I need a bigger phone. I need my phone back. It says Il Idan is besties. Hold on. It keeps on blocking up and switching up. But we're gonna have to skip past that. We'll figure it out. Yeah, let me see. Now I'm interested. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm interested. I want to get it. Let go to the camera. Allow. Translate with your camera. All right, and it's still doing the same thing. Starting fresh right now. Yeah, it's not acting right. Yeah, the water though. And thanks. This one is trash. Let's see. Oh, it might have. Yeah, it's all the same. Is the Public Library of Oxford a copy of the Talmud of Babylon, printed in Venice in 10 volumes, follow which belongs to Selden. This copy has been revised in accordance with the order of the first Lucian by Capricorn, here to Rature. This copy has been revised in accordance. Oh, this one's acting a little bit better. Let's see. In accordance with the order of the Inquisition by a Carpathin, here is a to a ra, rasher all the passages touching the Messiah, the Virgin Mary, the apostles, and the evangelists, and all the pieces where the Roman Empire is spoken. That in the Talmud calls Malkur Harasha, kingdom impium. These passages, right, for sure, are not very legible. The ink is penetrated the paper that the one will even read the words of the opposite page. The Jockin here mentioned in the famous Rabbani Jockin ben Zakariah, of whom was said that the glory of wisdom ceased when Joachim died. His constitution and saying the frequent referred in a Mishnah, which must have been completed at the latest by the year of our Lord 189. He was he was greatly favored by Titus Vespin, uh, Vespian, Vesapian, Vespian, and died about 2 years after the destruction of Jerusalem by the Romans. He is said to have received a tradition from the mouth of Hillel himself. So this is where they coming up with this oral tradition. You know what I'm saying? Which no, I ain't going. I ain't buy. I ain't buying. So these are other things. I propose in a great ensuing pages to establish the certainty of the rabbinical tradition and demonstrate that the true origin of the Roman people, first by the testimony of lingual analysis, and the secondly by the evidence of the sure word of prophecy. Rome's builder was a Latin. The first inhabitant of the city were Latins also, and it was first as the head and leader, and afterwards as the mistress and the servant sovereign of the Confederate Latins. The Roman ob- obtained the empire of the world, Rome's language too, in all its stages and in all its changes, was never called the Latin tongue. A certain proof that her original was neither Oscan, Tuscan, Imbrian, and the anything but Latin. Because didn't I bring up Tuscan last time? No, not Tuscan. The Scythians, the Scythians or something. The Scythians. Yet Rome was no colony of Alba or of any other Latin town. Romulus gathered together the Latin shepherds inhabiting the vastes solitudines adjacent to the Tiber, built a wall around them, and forthwith Rome was. The newborn city received into her veins a large infusion of Sabian blood, but this was more than compensated, and the Sabian element of the first population, overpowered by the destruction of Alba and the subjugation of the other Latin states, after which Rome and Latinum were self same thing. So they bound together, you know what I'm saying, to create this city. The notion of the Tuscan population mixed with the Latin and the Sabian citizens of Romulus and is a dream. The first Tarquin was no doubt a Tuscan, but it entered Rome as a private citizen, disguised with Tarquini, and to obtain Rome's finances. Sounds Jewish to me. They always taking over somebody's bank. They want the money. You know what I'm saying? And they'll do anything to get it. They'll act anyway. They'll pretend to be. You know what I'm saying? Man, hold on. They'll pretend to do anything to get to the money. They want the cheat. That because they rats. They want the cheat. All right, where was I at? Mm, mm, lost my spot. Subject. Mm, mm. Okay. And to obtain Rome's finances, had to change his name. Neither did the city rise slowly and from insignificance or climb by short and painful steps to a place amongst the Latins. The birth and rise of Rome were instantaneous, like the fabled crop of Cadmus. She sprang from the earth armed to the teeth and ready, if not eager, for the fight. And from the first hour of her existence, she lived and moved and had had her being in total independence of the neighboring town and in avowed rivalry with them all. So, like we said, it's showing the spirit of the people. There was from inception they was ready to fight. Why? What's your purpose? Then they say, "Oh man, who are they over there? Man, they got fired. Man, let's kill them." You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's that round thing over there? They trying to take resource. All right. Whilst, therefore, we designate the four beasts of Daniel's prophecy by the Hebrew words norm to Memshal Harama to Imperial Romanus. Quotation. What was the dot in the hyphen? Is that the dot in the hyphen? It's a continued thought. The semicolon. The Greek. So they was calling the Romans the Greeks. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Because you know the Greeks up under Alexander the Great had 4 generals that took over. Whenever he passed away, his empire was split. So let's see if it brings it all together. Will be equally descriptive of Rome's iron rule. The Romans, then being Latins, the Latins themselves must, according to all rabbinical traditions, be Idumeans. To be Idumeans. And our first business, therefore, lies with the original history and language of the ancient Edomites. To this consideration of these questions, I now go on, observing in passing that they're using their component letters as numerals. Each of these names, Mishmal, Mishmal, Harama, and he Latin Basilia contains the number 666. That's a stretch. That's a stretch. The number of the same of the apocalyptic beast. Here's the wisdom. Here is wisdom. Right, St. John. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the name of the beast, for it is the number of the name of a man. And his number and his number and the number of his name is 666. Let's see. All right. Well, I'm gonna stop it right there. I'm gonna stop it right there. I'm gonna have to go figure out, do some studying on some things. You know what I'm saying? So I can better break this down because it seems like it's starting to get good. You know what I'm saying? It's dropping little breadcrumbs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, huh? Go ahead.
Why would you learn it? Understand that the fire from ancient Romans are synonymous.
With the Greeks. Well, and you know that the ancient Greeks were not white, but the Alexander, they call it the Macedonian. They were Macedonians who took over Greeks. So I think that's in yeah, I'll get that scripture for you too, where it said calls him Alexander the Macedonian. I want to say it's in the Maccabees. First Maccabees. Let me see. Yeah, hold on. This is Alexander the Great, of course. This is Wikipedia. You know what I'm saying? It says most commonly known as Alexander the Great, was the king of the ancient Greeks kingdom of Macedon. So he was a Macedonian. And Macedonia is right beside Greece. If you look on the map today. So they did the same thing. They went and conquered the same what we just got finished reading. They seen a neighboring town, said, what they got? Go ahead.
So essentially the same thing that happened in Greece.
The Macedonians to the Greece, then from the Greece, they assimilated with the natives that was there. What do you mean? Because Egypt fell. You know what I'm saying? It's rising and falls. You know what I'm saying? Because whenever Egypt was desolate when Alexander the Great came in. Yeah. So they came in like, hey, look at all this. Hey. yeah. Yeah, we Egyptians now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a white-skinned Egyptian. But then they assimilated with the remnants of the Egyptians there. You know what I'm saying? The ones that they didn't push down south, the ones that stayed and bowed down, they assimilated with or made marriages with. That's why every black woman in America think Cleopatra, you know what I'm saying, is a sister. When she's not, she's a Greek. But let me go ahead and mark this down. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be able to continue. Good night. It's gonna be a good breeze, so I might have to pull. Yeah, we got it. But that being said, you know what I'm saying? This is the ISUPK. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hunter. The ISUPK is not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite groups or religious organizations. The ISUPK has been teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans their true history and culture according to the Bible since 1969. You know what I'm saying? We're located here at Dr. 1811 Dr. D.B. Todd Jr. Boulevard in North Nashville, right behind Ed's Fish, in the same parking lot as Z Wireless. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Just look up. You know what I'm saying? We're the only ones with the lights on. We'll keep the light on for you. Literally. Literally. You know what I'm saying? But we got a Feast of First Fruits that's coming up. It's going to be April 12th through May 31st. You know what I'm saying? You can find in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 27 through 32. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be Sunday at sundown is the closing on the 31st. But if you're around, come get you a plate. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy some of this brotherhood and sisterhood. So lucky. I'm talking about what's that? Yeah, right. So with that being said, that's my time. Shalom.
Man, ain't nobody coming to the cookout. Every time I hear about it, I just think they coming. And then now I feel like they not. I keep on getting mad about that. And I feel like they not even coming. And now we over there saying up on what it
Oh,
nobody coming to the cookout.
why you say that?
Because they probably got work.
Nah, man, don't think like that, man. Look, Thursday, scripture breakdown. John Muhammad coming down here. He gonna be at the school teaching from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Then after that is game night. Everybody gonna be at the school playing all kind of different games, Uno, PlayStation, Street Fighter, all that, right? Brother's gonna step out after that, but then Friday, we're gonna be feeding people from 10 to 2. We're gonna feed our people at JC Napier in university. So we're gonna do a food and clothing drive. After that, family day. On top of during family day, also we're gonna have a sisters tea party.
What?
So everybody's coming to that. And at the family day, it's gonna be bowling, the movies. It's gonna be a restaurant in there, arcade, and that's just the start. Saturday is the cookout, the blackout cookout. It's at 1 o'clock to 6. Everybody coming down here.
Well, sir, I'm very happy now.
You good?
I'm very happy now.
That's what's up, man. Let's go help our brothers, all right?
All right, come on.
All right, my man.
Take a ride in the spaceship. Watch me slide